Good morning. I am meeting with my agency today, so I thought I would take you along with me as I get ready. We're gonna take some digitals, so I'm just gonna do some very light makeup, and yeah, let's get into it. Starting off with some eye primer. I'm doing some Barely There eyeshadow with this palette from GRWM, and it's a Korean brand. I'm gonna put a little bit of definition on my outer corners with just a mixture of these two shades. Throw on some mascara next, so I'm gonna curl my lashes. Nice and curled. And then I'm using this Japanese mascara. It's really, really good, super waterproof, and holds curl really well. It does smudge a little bit, but a lot of mascaras smudge on me, so that's something I guess I just have to live with until I find a better alternative. But my lashes are super, super short and stubby, so this wand is really nice to get in there and coat every single lash. Look at that difference. This is the unmascaraed eye, and then this is with mascara. Other side. I feel like a new person after putting on mascara. I like getting all the help I can get in that department. And then we're gonna move on to blush. I use the Rare Beauty blush, Who's Not, in the shade Love. I'll just do a dot on each cheek like that, and there it is. And then I'm also gonna put just a little bit of bronzer on. I'm trying to make it super subtle, so I'm just brushing out with a clean brush. Just make it a little bit fainter. Okay. And then I think I'll put on some brow powder. I'm using the one I've had for years. It's the Anastasia in dark brown. It's quite faded. And then I think I'll put on some concealer. Probably conceal this dot, some scars. Yeah, I'll see what I can do. Oh, I used the Glossier, what is this? The Stretch Concealer in G6. It's quite decent. I noticed that whenever I have dry skin, it'll kind of bunch around the areas, but other than that, I feel like it blends quite seamlessly. And I don't think I'll be able to cover it fully, but it's better than nothing. And I have one right here that I want to conceal also. So I'm just dotting it on top. This is what it kind of looks like. And then I think to finish it off, I might tightline and put on some highlighter. I like the tightline look because you can't really tell that I'm wearing eyeliner unless you look pretty closely. And also whenever I put eyeliner on top of my eyelid space is quite small, so there's not much you can work with, which I do. It's just that I think for digitals, I want to make it as natural as possible. Okay, and then some highlighter to finish off. I think I'm gonna put some powder over the areas that I concealed. And that's it. I'm gonna change and I'll show you the final look. This is the final look. I just added some neutral colored lipstick. I tamed some flyaways. My hair dried super flat today, so I added a little bit of heat to bring back some volume. And this is my outfit. My jeans are a little bit loose, so I brought a pair of skinny jeans in case. These are not good for digitals, and I'm wearing a pair of boots underneath. And that's it. I'm ready to head out.
So here I am taking digitals with one of my agents. They're pretty simple, not too posy, and she's taking them with an iPhone. Basically, this is supposed to show the client what I look like in my most basic form with no editing and not too much makeup. You can see my skin and natural facial features, so clients can understand what I look like, kind of as a blank canvas. And my portfolio is also sent out to them, but sometimes because of the lighting, the editing, and other factors, you can't always see what the model looks as they naturally are. At this point, we moved over to take photos by the window, so I'll just throw in some final snaps. I got to see the finals before we wrapped up for the next look, and I'm pretty happy with them. I think every time I take digitals, they get better and better, which is nice. And then I took some swimsuit digitals, which is actually the first time I've taken them with this agency. But basically they told me to give off like a fun, bright, airy vibe, which I tried very hard to do with my smiles and poses. We got some profile shots also, and I wasn't really sure what to do with my hands here, so I just went for the classic light touch. We did some shots by the window, and here are the finals. After the meeting, I stopped by a coffee shop to do some work. I try to meet with my agency every few months. I usually aim for quarterly, but it doesn't always work out that way. So basically, whenever it's been a while since I've last seen them to talk about my career, I'll reach out and ask to set up a meeting. I ended up getting a cappuccino, and the coffee tasted pretty good, so I don't know why I made that face. But anyway, today, aside from taking digitals, they took my measurements. We talked about placement. I've been trying to get placed in different markets. Right now, I am aiming for Seattle and Chicago, and that's mostly because the more markets I am placed in, the more opportunities for castings, which eventually lead to more booked jobs. We also discussed what types of images I might want to add to my portfolio next to make it more diverse and just overall stronger. I think my portfolio so far has been overall quite neutral, so we talked about just having a little bit more color, having some fun makeup looks, which I'm super excited to try in my next test shoots. After my meetings with my agents, I always send a follow-up email to recap what we went over. I think it just makes it a little bit easier for everyone because whenever I want to check in on something I discussed in a meeting with them, I can just respond to the email chain and they and I have the context right there on what expectations look like. And hopefully it just makes everything a little bit easier for everyone to be on the same page. And that's it for this vlog. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you had as much fun watching as I did making it. I think it's always so funny watching footage of myself in my natural state because as I was recording this, I realized I have an interesting habit of cleaning my teeth after I drink a sip of coffee, which I never really noticed, but here it is. Anyway, if you enjoyed watching this, please like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.